Hey, I'm Theresa Weber. I am studying MA Sculpture. I work with multimedia installations, sculpture, painting, wallpaper, costumes, and performance. Mostly working with silicone, collected ornaments, and fabric and resin. I'm from Germany. I grew up in Düsseldorf, and then I moved to London. I'm very influenced by reading, mainly by Edouard Glissant and Caribbean discourse, because I have partly Caribbean background. I'm very inspired by the way he uses nature and motifs from nature to describe cultural reinvention. This is a body of work that I've been making for a few years now. It's silicone and acrylic paste and many mixed materials on board. They work as paintings, but they're more like a body mapping or an intuitive cartography. It is about giving space for complex identities, nuanced and fluid identities, because I believe in the unfixed being rather than being fixed and just being one thing. It's a poetic purpose with a political nuance. I start with a very rough composition and mostly with the title, and that's also how it works with the sculptures. I start with the shape and the rough idea of this is my concept, this is my narrative, and this is going to be the motif. Some of them can be worn, some of them just exist as sculpture in the space. They start with clothing that I collect, and I cut it open. I extend it with fabric and through braiding so that it basically grows. I have these rings that I call piercings with objects and more threads on them that I can put into the works, but I can also take them out. So there's this infinite process, and it's basically unfinished because I can always shapeshift the piece. It's about the body as network, and also it's about the inside body and the outside body. Being in London has changed my practice in terms of locating myself in a more international background and network. I have been inspired by many like-minded people and gained more understanding of the purpose of my practice. I'm based in Kennington and Brixton, and it does relate to the way I live differently, and I'm surrounded by different people than in Germany. So there's a big Jamaican diaspora. I feel very at ease and normal, and I feel the freedom to just talk about anything in my practice. Everyone comes here with an open mindset and this energy that are willing to change something, to connect, to get things done. And it's very easy to find community and to find a network. I think it's a pretty magical space that you most likely don't get again in life when you work next to like-minded people and you can immediately talk about things, you can exchange thoughts, and that pushes your practice further. And I think it's motivating to come back every day when you see everyone coming back to the studio every day and just being here all the time. It's different from having a studio by yourself.